Well, this is definitely going to be the biggest Super Bowl that we've ever had. You just flashed up the stat, 31 million Americans, $7.6 billion bet. The reality is that the vast majority of that is actually still bet in the illegal market. So really still a lot of opportunity, I think, to continue to grow the legal regulated market, and we're excited to be a part of it.
Just think about the Super Bowl during the Super Bowl for you, Jason. I mean, you've got a lot of promos out. So do the competitors. You've got bet 5 to win 280 in free bets. You've got a 20% deposit match. I mean, the incentives are staggering here. There's a lot at stake, but how should we think about how you make money when you're giving it away?
Well, promotions are really designed to attract new customers, and also sometimes we'll do them around big events like the Super Bowl. I think the goal for us is to get as many people engaged on the platform right now. Obviously promotions are a big part of that. It gives people an incentive to try, and it gets them a taste of what, betting on a big event like the Super Bowl can be like. And I think most people, once they experience the product and enjoy it, are going to stick around.
Obviously, part of the story has also been more states allowing legal sports betting, and you've been riding that wave to some degree. But then once a state opens up, it does mean a lot of initial promotional spending because you're wanting to pull those new customers in. I guess just to follow Melissa's point, when do you get off that treadmill? Because it seems like it's not as if there's much of a barrier to entry for new players in here.
Well, I think there actually is quite a big barrier to entry. There's a limited number of licenses in each state. The scale required to be able to operate, the complexity of the product is not easy. I think that's why you're seeing in most states the top 3 or 4 players are taking the vast majority of the market share, and it's pretty consistent state to state. So I don't think that it is really easy to enter. That said, this is the golden, cohort, as they call it, of customers in any new state. This is when, and it's a bit different, I think, than a lot of other industries where we're not creating the market. The market's existed for a long, long time. It's just been pushed into the illegal market. And so there's a lot of people who are hungry to bet and are ready to do it in a safe and regulated space that generates tax revenue. So it's very different where there's just this huge built-in audience and going after them in these early days of a new state launch. The other interesting thing is it's state by state. So it's not like it suddenly opens up to the whole U.S. and there's this period of 1 or 2 years. And what we've consistently said is we look to invest in a new state as it opens, and we typically believe that we'll reach profitability in a 2 to 3 year time frame on a state-by-state basis. And that's been consistently what we've been saying since we went public almost 2 years ago, and we continue to believe that to be the case.
Jason, I've had the privilege of seeing the sort of control room in Boston where you see all the bets come in. And I'm curious, as the Super Bowl goes on and you're watching those bets come in minute by minute, when is typically peak betting time during the game?
Well, it's funny. It really kind of runs right up until kickoff. There's a ton of betting. And then during the game, there's a lot of opportunities to live bet, too. We're going to have more live bets available than ever this year, so I'm really excited about that. Each year, our product gets better and better on the live betting front. But really, the peak is going right up until game time. That last hour or so is when a very large percentage of the bets come in.
All right, Jason, we'll be watching. Thank you. Jason Robbins.
Thanks for having me.